click, so switch F-stop and listen in.
Well, hey, didn't see you there. Well, you're probably wondering what I'm doing with all of this behind me. But you wouldn't be wondering if you watched the last episode of Hit Me With Your Best Shot. I mentioned in that episode that I am going to be doing a little bit of splash photography, a little different than what you may see from me in the water drop stuff. So, I said before, I watched this video a couple weeks ago, really caught my attention. It was a little bit more of a product style shoot, dropping some stuff in, capturing it as it made the big splash. So, I decided, let's give it a shot. So, got this fish tank off of some guy on Facebook Marketplace for about 20 bucks. Awesome. Got a couple vintage cameras that we're gonna drop. These were eBay, between 10 and 15 bucks. Got a couple other things here. So, you know, it's Dias de los Muertos, so you can criticize me all you want for that pronunciation. I don't speak Spanish. Oh, Baxter. We're going to drop a couple little ceramic skulls, see what comes up there. And then pumpkin. It's spooky season, right? So, pretty sure I'm going to need a lot of light. So, I've got a couple light stands already. I've got a whole bunch of portable lights here. There's a couple more big, light umbrellas and things back behind us. We're going to see what we need. But I'm going to use continuous light here instead of flash because I want to be able to shoot pretty quick with a pretty high f-stop number because I want to have a pretty good depth of field here so I get the whole shot in focus. So I think we're going to need a lot of light. So I've got that one there. This one I'm going to bring around. I've got all these little portable guys and we'll see what happens. I think it's gonna go well. We're gonna fill up more water in this fish tank here and go from there. So I'm excited. It's probably gonna take a while unless, we nail it on the first shot and then we're just gonna crack a beer and call it a night. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. All right. Alright, so I've got most of it set up. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to move this light to be right next to this, throw a couple of these small ones right next to it. But I've got my camera set up right now. I've got the 50mm on it. I've got the auto ISO on and I let it go to a tolerance of 2500. You guys can make fun of me for saying ISO instead of ISO, but here we are. So we've got the auto ISO on. I've got a shutter speed of 3200 right now because I really want to freeze this splash moment if I can. We obviously have to capture it at the right moment, but I think we're gonna get that. I've got the aperture set to f12, which I don't think I need that much, so we may bring that down a little bit, but I want to make sure that we get the whole tank front to back, because you want to get this whole splash clear, front to back, whatever we're going to see. What I'm envisioning here, and you can probably see, or were able to see earlier, is that I've got this dark backdrop back here. So hopefully we're going to have the lights illuminating everything inside the tank. We're going to shoot up against that dark backdrop so that when we get the photo done, we can kind of crush all the colors and highlights in the background and just have it where the item is illuminated in the splash. So I think it's going to go well. I'm at least used to doing water drop manually, so I think I have a pretty good sense of what I want to do here. Obviously, we haven't filled the tank all the way. We're leaving this much space because we want to capture the splash. We don't want it to, get blocked out by the black top here. This is a 20-gallon tank. So I think we're about ready to get focused up. I'm going to focus similar to the way I do the water drop. I'm going to, put something in the middle here, and I'm going to use the focus button there to get aligned on. I think I have a ruler laying around here somewhere. And we'll go from. Alright, so I've been playing with the lights and I adjusted both of them. So what you'll see here is I took one of the boxes and put it up here. I took off the diffuser. Moved the other over here, took off the diffuser. Took another light stand with an LED light and put it down here, which is the super bright spot in your view. Sorry about that. And then I've got a couple small portable lights kind of positioned throughout. So right now the settings I've got are f8.3 and I'm shooting at about 1250, 2000, somewhere in that ballpark shutter speed. So we're going to get shooting here. I've tested the shot for the lighting. I dunked my beer in the frame there, took a couple shots. Light looks okay. I bumped the ISO up even more. Once we clean it up, it'll be fine. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. Alright, I think we got it. At least the first one. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of stuff I want to drop and do this too, so I'm going to be here all night. But I think we got that one. I'm going to check on the big screen, see what happened, and we're either going to come back and keep shooting the same thing, or we're going to start shooting something else. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we got a couple good ones. I'm actually pretty happy with the way they turned out. I'm going to do a couple more just because I think there is a better shot there possibly. I'm going to do a couple with the camera. I'm going to do a couple with the other stuff too, just to kind of see how different things splash and fall and all of that, and go from there. So let's see what happens. And just like that, you get a really good one. We're gonna move on to the pumpkin. Alright, so here's where we're at. It's been almost 3.5 hours of doing this, which is fine. You'll notice behind me, the lighting is a little different. So while I was recharging the batteries here, I was about to finish for the day, and I thought, you know what, let's see what happens if we throw the umbrellas on the light stands themselves. And I actually think it made a better overall lighting. Pretty confident in my camera settings. One of the things I'll admit that I'm still learning is my lighting. So that just comes with trial and error, especially when you're doing a project like this with fast moving objects and no flash and all of that. So not super worried about the time before I think I got some good photos there. I think since I threw the umbrellas on here, I got a couple much better ones. I don't know if that's because of the umbrellas or just because I was moving a little bit differently and things sync up a little bit better. So I think we're done for the night here, so I'm gonna start breaking everything down. Should take me a little while, and then we're gonna take a look at the pictures and I'll let you see what we got. So thanks for tuning in here, and hope you like what we had. Hey, thanks, bye.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.